Um, Wednesday, June 1st, 2011, week 2 update video. This week, good week overall. I lost 8.6 pounds, which is low because on Monday I went and had some Chinese buffet, which was pseudo-planned. What wasn't planned was coming home and a couple hours later eating like a 14-ounce T-bone steak and some berries and cream. So put on Monday morning I was down to 310.2. Woke up Tuesday morning 315 flat. So I put on 4.8 pounds overnight. We all know, not fat. The last 2 days, been back on track, and I'm back down to, 311.6. So 8.6 pounds down, which leaves 51. That doesn't work out, that doesn't. 51.6 pounds to go. So I've lowered my required rate of weight loss from 4.3 pounds per week down to 3.93. Inches, actually didn't lose as many as I expected I might. None on the neck. My bicep actually got about a 1/4 inch bigger. Again, 1 week to the next, and then measuring error, and no big deal. It's fine. I'll take big biceps. Forearm, the same. Chest, only down 1/2 inch. Waist, 1 full inch. Hips, 3/4 inch. Thigh, 1/2 inch. Calf remained the same. For this week, I do not plan on cheating at all. Probably not. But, I do see some benefit in some refeeds every once and again, so that's not to say that I'm not going to cheat again, throughout the next 13 weeks or whatever I have. I love Fit Day because it allows you to really quantify all of these things. Where am I at here? Weight goal status. I have 13 weeks and 1 day remaining. So really, obviously, I'm ahead of schedule. Planned on being ahead of schedule this early on. Right now, still not really losing fat, just losing water. As far as weightlifting has gone, I've pretty much, I've taken the last few days off, having some sore joints, and another reason why I expected to drop a bunch of weight these first 2 weeks is I dropped off a creatine. So when I'm working out in the gym, I have that that psychological disadvantage knowing I'm not taking this supplement. And, I find creatine to be useful, but it's not a steroid by any means. But coming off of it, the one and only supplement I take other than, standard vitamins, it affected my performance in the gym a bit. Did some cardio this week, maybe 3 or 4 days worth, just low intensity cardio, mostly on an empty stomach. Yeah, so good week overall. Kept my calories, I can tell you exactly. On average, I consumed 2,056 calories per day, averaging 122 grams of fat, 83 grams of carbs, and 150 grams of protein. So pretty good overall. And those averages are not counting the Chinese buffet day, which I would have a hard time really plugging into Fit Day very accurately. So on the every other day except for that one, I averaged 2,056 calories per day, which is low. I was hungry all week. I'm hungry right now. So it's just discipline and hopefully allowing my stomach some time to shrink up and accept this new quantity of food. But today, if I eat 2,400 calories, I'm perfectly fine with that. my upper limit is 2,500, my lower limit is 2,000. So as long as I'm in there, I don't care where it's at. I'm hungry. I'm happy. I am hungry, and as long as I continue losing weight. So for now, I can take the less aggressive approach, get rid of this water, get that momentum going, just feel good about it, and later down the line, when my actual progress comes more in line with my targets, and if I start getting behind or I'm just on track, then I may start, doing an extra 10, 15 minutes worth of cardio, getting outside a bit more, doing fun type things. I'm much more, I will not go under 2,000 calories per day. No fucking way. The adjustments I will make is exercising more. I understand it's much easier to cut 300 calories from your diet through 300 calories from your overall, consumption by not eating that additional serving of food than it is to go out and burn 300 calories by exercising. But that's kind of for most people. For me, I find no burden in working out. I find very little burden, even in doing cardio, compared to the burden of reducing my calories and sacrificing strength and muscle, which I've said a million times. So, good week so far. I fully expect to lose another, 8 or so pounds this week. Just staying on track and gonna weightlift a couple more times and a couple more times than I did last week. And the weather's getting warmer now, so when I'm biking out in the garage, it's just going to be a bit more challenging. And it's a good week. So, roughly, certainly by June 15th, I'll be back in the 2s, but probably more towards next Friday, the 9th or the 10th. And that will bring that target loss per week to a much more reasonable level. It started out at 4.3, now it's like 3.8. It'll just get better and better. So just want to keep this momentum in the beginning so I can sort of cruise later on. And again, like before, I'm not opposed to sweating out the last 10 pounds if I have to, especially when there's money on the line, and especially when there's just that psychological, ooh, I'm under 250, I feel good, and I'm much less apt to, fall off the wagon again. So I'll get there. I absolutely guarantee that by September 1st, I will be less than 250 pounds. I've never made a guarantee in the past. I guarantee it this time. I've made bets. I've had things riding on it. I have so many things riding on me losing this weight, but I've never made a guarantee. I guarantee it this time. This will be my final push into, from obesity into just being a big guy, and I'm fine with that. And at that point, minor tweaks, maybe still losing 10, 15, 20 pounds, but mostly focusing on recomposing my body, lean to fat mass. At that point, though, I can, I always set it up in my head, that's when I can begin living life. That's when I can begin working towards my goals. That's when I can begin working in the career that I've, acquired all this education in. It's when this business can really start rolling. So, 249.9. Big day, biggest day yet. Bigger than losing 100 pounds. That day will, 287.4. That's when I'll actually have passed the 100-pound mark. That will mean nothing to me compared to being less than 250 pounds. So, looking forward to that day. Another long video, no pictures, only negligible losses in measurements, like I said. And I don't like to take pictures every week, just not a lot changes. So, maybe next week, maybe the week after, but I'll continue weighing myself. I guess I shouldn't continue weighing myself, but I will obviously check in next Wednesday with the new weights and with some new measurements and with a bit of a a summary for what happened the prior week. So, goal for next week, to be right there in that teetering zone of being back in the 2s. So, we'll call the goal 302. We'll see what happens. Anyways, that's all for now. New subs, thanks for subscribing. Old subs, thank you for continuing to watch. That's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. And until next time. Oh, my mouse died. Until next time.